Yo, what the fuck is up? It's Nate Sunday Sesh. It's your boy Nate.
It's your boy Deej. What's good?
And we're back with episode 13. We're back in this bitch. You already know what it is.
We're really back.
And shout out to you if you came back and you're watching this episode. Don't forget we're on Apple Podcasts and everything else. Let's just get straight into the shit.
We really out here.
We're going to go to the local topics first. The first one we got up here is Elijah Cooks had a amazing fucking day at the Idaho Potato Bowl. Potato?
Yeah.
Why did I say potato?
Potatoes. Potato. But yeah, homie did super good. Nevada playing Hawaii. There's two local stars actually playing in that game. Elijah, obviously. But
And Toa
Toa. Homie for Lompoc. I think Elijah's from Arroyo Grande.
No, Atascadero. I played against both of them.
I thought he played Arroyo Grande for a smidge of time.
No,
I think so, dude.
I swear
I think if we looked at Max Preps, I think he was at Arroyo Grande for a little bit.
he definitely played Atascadero, bro. I'm telling you, it's not Arroyo Grande at
Okay,
all.
well, I didn't fact check that, but let's just say homie balled out at the Potato Bowl. They unfortunately lost. But Elijah's
stats were 14 catches for 197 yards and a touchdown.
balled out. 14 receptions.
It's pretty savage to see a hometown kid just go and ball out D1 ball at Nevada and to play in a bowl game. I think it tied some Nevada bowl game records too, so it was like big for the school, so that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, super cool of him. Just local star that's doing really well out there. Okay, it does say Greyhound in the KSBY.
Yeah, I told you. He didn't go to
I'm
fucking
sorry,
game.
dude. Toa Tawa carried the ball 6 times for 48 yards in the loss.
So
Wait. I thought he was on Hawaii.
no, dude, they're on the same team. You just said that.
Damn. I didn't know that. I thought they were playing against each other. Oh well.
No. Josh Oliver. Okay, we're just gonna move into the next one.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Elijah on your record day, even though you took the loss. But
Yeah, that was super tight, bro. Congrats. But we're gonna move over to our Pass Robles news or Pass Robles press athlete of the decade.
yeah, it was pretty crazy. Josh Oliver was, and hold on, what's the girl's name too? We can't just leave her out.
Buchanan. Something Buchanan.
Kim Buchanan, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. She was
Kim Buchanan. So congratulations to you two. But personally, I know Josh Oliver, and that's pretty crazy to be the athlete of the decade for both of them. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's not. I mean, think of how many people have gone to school and are done sports wise and
been around here
to be chosen as the number one. That's pretty tight. Congratulations to you guys. That's super sick.
They have a bunch of stats for Josh for his old.
And not to mention,
high school
Kim just was graduated. And they're both from Paso.
It's crazy because I played with Josh and I was on that championship team with Josh, and I don't know, it was just crazy to watch him play and score hella touchdowns and just be clutch for the team.
Yeah, that's super tight.
Same thing with Bailey Gaither too for that year. Like, he put the team on his back for hurling that full in AG and
Yeah, dude.
just having that whole season was like picture perfect towards the end. Like,
Yeah.
that was an experience to be on the sideline. Like, if you watch the Bailey Gaither like KSBY film, you can just see me like running down the sideline with Bailey, like with everybody else. I don't know, it's tight.
Yeah, but for those who don't know, Josh Oliver was actually picked up in the NFL draft this last year. He plays for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He wears number 89. He had a rocky start. Unfortunately, he got injured, and but eventually came back and played a couple of games. But yeah, congratulations to both Josh Oliver and Kim Buchanan. That's super fucking dope.
Yeah, athlete of the decade is a pretty crazy stat. The next thing for the local topics is if you ever been to the Sensorial Lights.
I personally picked this one because I thought it was super cool. It's a big engineering feat for who created this. It's, for those who don't know, it's basically a field of lights that every single light, like it's like a fiber optic type light thing, and it just is on this hillside in Paso Robles, and it's super cool. It's supposed to be actually recently. It wasn't supposed to last this long. It was only like a project for like 6 or 8 months or something like that.
I thought it was supposed to be only for Christmas, and that's why it wasn't supposed to stay up.
Yeah, but this is extended through June, so that's kind of cool. I still haven't gone personally. So
how big is the area? Did they say? Is it like a?
It's a so there's 58,800 in stemmed spheres of fiber optics. Let me see. It's just this has got national.
How big is the piece of land? I know it's on like there's certain like it's gone viral for sure.
Yeah, it's got national attention.
I forget what websites have reposted it, but I've seen it like on random. I don't want to say Forbes, but hey, you know who was on Forbes by the way?
Who?
Jeffrey's Wine Country Barbecue.
Really?
Yeah, they have a Forbes article about them.
That's pretty freaking gnarly. That place is actually really good. By the way, it is 15 acres.
15 acres of fucking lights?
15 acres of Pass Robles rolling hills. Pretty dope.
I might need to go. I might need to go see that.
Yeah, no, this is
15 acres is a lot of fucking lights.
You can't walk on all of it. Obviously, there's the pathway, but it's super dope on this little picture.
Have you been?
No, I really want to go.
Isn't it like $50 a ticket or some shit like that?
It's expensive. But I think it's a cool engineering feat for the people who did it. It's just like it's what you want when you're doing engineering something like this. The recognition you get for it.
Well, that's crazy. It's fucking 15 acres. I thought it was like some like maybe an acre. I had no idea it was gonna be so big. That's crazy. It's literally a field of lights. Moving on to the next one. DJ knows more about this than me, to be honest. But City Council is considering allowing tattoo parlors to operate within city limits again.
And for you, we're local to Paso Robles, so this is mainly Paso Robles area. There was a bill passed in 1994 that didn't allow tattoo parlors to be existing in city limits,
which is horseshit.
Yeah, but the reasoning is a good one at the time because there was no health regulation for tattoos in place at the time, is what the article said. And so this is a meeting basically to allow tattoo parlors within city limits. So I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Us personally, we got tattoos, so be exciting to see what happens from it, what stems off from it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's gonna allow people to. I guess the only tattoo parlor for people around here is Ink Locos, which is. It's a good tattoo parlor. And,
yeah, shout out Morgan.
Yeah, one of our friends works there and does tattoos there. But it'll just be cool to have one in Paso. Like, imagine if Tiger Rose went to Paso.
Yeah.
I mean, they're already planning on San Luis, but still, that would be crazy.
That would be crazy. I feel like all those guys live over down there, though.
Yeah, it's all a coastal thing, too. They get more business over there.
Yeah, but
they get a lot of tourists. Think about it. When people just go to the beach, people just walk in for tattoos most of the time.
Yeah, but now that's no more in Pismo, so it's kind of crazy. For those who don't know, they banned tattoo shops in Pismo, so our tattoo parlor actually no longer exists. But our artist is still around doing stuff, so it's super cool.
Still doing stuff?
Yeah, I got my last name on my back for those who don't know, and I got a new piece on my arm, so it's cool. It's a lot of fun. Tattoos they are what they are. A little painful for the second or whatever, but it's cool to experience the artisticness of the individual and have them do some cool work on you.
Yeah, I feel you.
So exciting. We'll see what stems off from there in later dates.
Yeah, moving on. This one's kind of crazy because I laughed at this joke when I heard about this. George Lopez made a joke about the bounty on Donald Trump's head.
Yeah, he basically said, "I'll do it for half that, bro."
Yeah,
he's like, oh, "I got my."
And then the Secret Service apparently pressed him for the comment made towards.
Yeah,
which I totally understand, but they have to know he's a fucking comedian. Like that's totally a joke, you know.
But in their sense, they just see that it's like when people say they're gonna kill the president on Xbox, they're gonna still come to your house.
No one's ever done that.
Yes, well, there's some kids that actually have been pulled up on.
No fucking way.
Yes, I can't pull it up right now because that would take too long to get that fact checked. But I remember hearing about Secret Service like pulling up to some kid like that was saying like, "I'll kill Trump," blah blah blah.
Dude, that's kind of crazy if they invest that much time doing that shit.
Well, it's a legitimate threat to them because it's not really a joke in their eyes, you know.
Well, maybe the kids, but like not George Lopez. George Lopez is a very well-known comedian. Like, that's horse shit that they would think that that's for real.
I don't know. He's a big anti-Trump homie too, though. So what says he wouldn't? Like, I don't know. What says he wouldn't hire someone else to go do it?
Yeah, I feel you.
So I'm just thinking of the other side of it. But I do agree with you. Just like, George Lopez, he's a comedian. I do agree with you, but
yeah, I don't know. It's so weird that I feel like, I mean, maybe I don't know. I guess to some degree you do have to protect the president, but like at what cost?
Yeah. It was just one of those random ones that popped up. It's just funny. Funny that George Lopez got pressed by the Secret Service.
All right, let's move into straight to what I do not want to talk about.
Yeah, Nathan's going to cry real quick, actually.
The question that is on the screen in front of me is, where will Tom Brady play next year? And I really don't want to talk about this because I'm not sure.
Nathan has no idea. There's a lot of hypotheses out there.
A lot of people say Chargers and or the Browns because the Browns might pick up Josh McDaniels and they think it's a package deal. There's a lot of fucking rumors and I have no idea. But to be honest, the most possible thing that I think is going to happen is that Tom Brady is using all of this shit for leverage to be like LeBron and to be able to have a hand in the roster because right now he doesn't have any say. Like Peyton Manning, Peyton Manning always had a say in the roster for his team, and that's like the only quarterback that's ever like actually controlled the roster. Like behind the books or whatever.
Yeah,
so
I wasn't aware of that. That's interesting. It
wasn't in his contract or anything, but everybody knew
he was
you
trying to pull some strings to get some homies over,
like
basically.
If like he didn't like you as a wide receiver, you're gonna get traded type thing.
Yeah, I just don't want you, bro. I want this.
Like you're not good. Like he's gonna tell the coach we gotta go something else. Like he's gonna make things happen. Like that's what Tom Brady wants. Is he wants to be able to build stuff around his opinion too, instead of just Bill Belichick. But do you think that Bill Belichick allows that because it's always been Bill Belichick's way for 20 years?
No, he's gonna go to a coach that's gonna allow him to do that if that's the case. But honestly,
I don't know what happens behind
I don't see the
doors.
Personally, for me, I joke with you saying like, oh yeah, he's going to the Chargers, bro, or the Panthers or whatever, but I can't see him leaving that dynasty. I think he's made that imprint there and he's going to keep it going.
He's been taking so many pay cuts over the years to have good players on the roster. Like I feel like that if Belichick gives him a little room to make the changes or at least suggest it and like have some input, then
but then I don't want him to be a Brett Favre where he goes plays for an all right team and he does good too and then just retires. Because then that's the last
trash.
And then
that's the last legacy.
Yeah, and that's your last image of him, you know.
Instead of not wanting to play at the Patriots, just retire in my opinion, because it just makes you look better, even though this is a shitty year because you go down with the Patriots only, you know? I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, but
he does want to play until he's fucking 45. He's definitely said that before.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I don't think he retires.
Do you think the Patriots dynasty's over?
No.
If Tom Brady's gone, then the dynasty's over for sure. So that kind of answers that question. Because think about it, if he can't just be Bill Belichick, what's going to happen with that team? Who's going to throw the ball? What? Like, so what? The defense is solid, but what's going to happen on the offensive side of the ball?
That's a good point. Who's their backup, Hoyer?
God damn it, Baldy.
I think they use the draft. I've heard rumors they pick up homie from Clemson, long-haired guy.
Yeah,
but then
there's a couple good quarterbacks in the draft, so I don't know. But we don't have a high pick, so it's gonna have to be second round probably. I don't know about our first round pick status because I know we've traded stuff.
It don't make, but in their case, having a lower draft pick doesn't mean shit. Because look at Tom Brady, he was like picked fifth or sixth or whatever.
Sixth round, you mean?
Sixth round, 199, I think is what it was.
Like something crazy like that.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see. Unfortunately, it's a little too early to tell since the season's not over. I don't think the Patriots dynasty might be over yet. I think they'll still be contenders next year in your case, but I don't know. It just depends on where Tom Brady goes.
That kind of moves straight into our next topic, which is fucking the playoff results.
Yeah, if you guys tuned in
Patriots
last week,
obviously lost. Fuck me, right? Yeah, get over it, Nate.
Yeah.
But let's talk about some of the other crazy wins. Texans versus Bills. I didn't know the Texans were going to pull this one out, to be honest. It's a little bit crazy to me because I thought the Bills had a pretty solid offense, and Josh Allen was just going to heat it up and get it done. You know what I mean? So
yeah, our brackets got shit on for sure.
For sure.
I think the only one that actually made only one was the Seahawks Eagles,
and I said the Vikings were going to win. So technically, my fucking NFC bracket is fire right now.
But I thought Seahawks didn't matter on what their standing was, because I thought Seahawks were lined up to play the 49ers.
It just depends on the seed. Like, I had my seeds mixed up in the last, because I was doing the podcast edits and stuff, and I was listening to it, and I had my seeds mixed up for both sides because I just got them all mixed up. But the Seahawks were the 3 seed or something like that, and the Eagles were the wild card. I think that's how that works. And then the 49ers were number 1. The Packers were number 2.
Yeah. Basically,
because they both got first round buys, 3 and 4, and then 5 and 5. One of them, I think the Vikings might have been 5 in the. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. The Vikings pulled it out though. You did call that. That was a little wild game. Mm-hmm. All the games are fun to watch, honestly.
Unfortunately, I think the 49ers destroy the Vikings because they're at home, and the 49ers have just had an excellent defense. I think the Seahawks beat the Packers. I think I'm going to go back on what I said last week. I think the Seahawks beat the Packers.
Yeah, Packers aren't that strong, honestly. I think they just kind of nitpicked their way through the season and got wins, but I don't like the Packers. Fuck Aaron Rodgers, honestly.
So do we both agree that Derrick Henry and the Tennessee Titans can't get it done against the Ravens?
No, dude.
I think Derrick Henry's very good, and I think it might be a good game. Good. But I have no idea what Lamar is going to do in the playoffs, because I know he had a pretty good couple of plays in the playoffs last year, but like right now he's on fire, so I can only imagine.
But then there's also that sense that he's had a week off, so what?
But then again, that's also more preparation, so like, I don't know, dude. It could go both ways, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So on the AFC side, I feel like I got to go with Baltimore. They're going to beat the Titans.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Baltimore, too, just because they have a really strong offense.
I'm calling maybe a close game just because it's the playoffs.
I think it's a close game just because of Derrick Henry, because Derrick Henry's just going off right now. What do you think about the Texans and the Chiefs? The Chiefs have been low-key on a downward slope.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes is not 100%. And I like Deshaun.
I like Deshaun a lot, too. And J.J. Watt's back. And he has a fucking swagger about him that's just like
he's a monster, that whole defense
alive. Because it makes him like have confidence for some reason.
He was the leader, definitely. So, that's a tough game.
To be honest, I think the Texans...
Where are they playing?
Kansas City, I'm guessing. Because Kansas City...
That might be the Texans' downfall. That might... Since they're playing at Chiefs' home, I might have to pick the Chiefs.
We'll see, bro. I might pick the Texans just because that's, I don't know, that seems savage. Deshaun Watson has been making some big dick plays. You remember when he got hit from...
Well, he scored 2 out of 3 touchdowns last week, right?
Have you seen the play where he got fucking hit by... He was like standing there. He was like dropped back in the pocket, saw somebody coming. He got hit from the back, and then he saw somebody coming from this way, and he tucked, and he did like a 360 and stood on his feet, got hit by 2 dudes full speed, and then fucking threw the ball 34 yards for a touchdown after that or some shit.
I did see that, yeah.
Fucking savage, bro.
Gnarly.
The most savage fucking play I've seen in a while, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. I said I go with my... I just... Number 1 pick was Mahomes, so I think I'm going to pull Chiefs.
All right. I think that's pretty much our predictions for that. I think the Ravens... Let's say the Chiefs make it and they play the Ravens. I think the Ravens beat the Chiefs. And I think the Niners beat the Seahawks.
I'm calling the Ravens-Niners Super Bowl. I kind of agree with you on that.
Me too. Ravens-Niners Super Bowl. We'll see what happens. Keeping on with the NFL topics. New fucking coaching hires left and goddamn right.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's talk about the potential ones, the ones that I'm a little bit scared about. Josh McDaniels could potentially be going to Carolina or the Browns.
Wait, didn't they say he... No, Matt Oh, I see what you said. Okay. No, Matt Ruhel got the rule.
Oh, he
got the Panthers head coaching job.
The
Baylor coach, college football Baylor coach.
Well, maybe it's just for offensive coordinator then.
I thought he got picked up already, dude. I'm
Josh McDaniels. I don't think so. I think because he had an interview tomorrow with the Browns, because the Browns are trying to hire a coach by Saturday, is what everybody's saying on the ESPNs.
Let's see. I'm pretty sure he got picked up by the Giants.
Josh McDaniels? No, that's Joe Judge. That's our next topic, fool.
I'm sorry.
That's literally our next topic.
Oh, okay, yeah. Josh McDaniels wanted Browns job in 2019. So yeah.
That's kind of crazy. I don't know. That might heat up the offense there.
Yeah, I think so. Does that mean OBJ's not happy there, bro?
I mean, I see no reason why he shouldn't be, to be honest. Baker's not very good. Maybe that's the only reason why, but Jarvis Landry seems to be getting it done.
Well, when you double team OBJ too, then it doesn't leave him open as much.
Same.
So we'll see. This offseason is going to be wild, I feel like.
What do you think Baker's future is?
I don't know his contract, but I see him staying there one more year, and if he doesn't do anything more, he's better. He's sorry to say, but he's better than Manziel and like the previous quarterbacks before that. They have a winning record, or a little bit more of a winning record than before, so they weren't dead last like the Bengals. I see him staying around one more year and see if he can get something done.
They got a new head coach now. Not head coach? Oh no, they don't have a new head coach. They fired their head coach. I mean,
yeah, they fired him.
Well, who do they just hire? They got a new offensive coordinator. They got a new someone.
No, I think I just saw them that they let go of the homie.
I forgot. I don't remember. I would have probably added it in here. I think it was a while ago though. If they would have added somebody.
Yeah.
Joe Judge is our next one. Special teams wide receiver coach for the Patriots. Now head coach for the New York Giants. And the New York Giants are interviewing Jason Garrett for offensive coordinator.
Pretty gnarly.
Was he offensive coordinator last time, or was he head coach of the Dallas Cowboys? He was head coach,
He was
right?
head coach, yeah.
So that's what fucking sucks to get downgraded, eh?
Yeah. But then it also makes it a little bit easier. You probably get a similar paycheck. I mean,
he only wanted to call the plays anyway.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
I don't know that for a fact,
this brings it back to the
like
Patriots dynasty. You're losing all your coaches that Tom Brady's been good friends with.
Yeah, I know. I guess Joe Judge was like homies with Tom Brady or something, and he was like bummed about him leaving, and Josh McDaniels was definitely homies with Tom Brady, so should be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what transpires from these next couple weeks. I'm sure we won't probably find out until after Super Bowl what's being all set in place, but it's interesting.
New head coach hire, Matt Rule, to Carolina Panthers.
Not bad.
The crazy part about this was how much he got paid. $60 million with $7 million of incentives, which is fucking insane.
7 years. That's gnarly.
6 years. 7 years? 7 years.
7 years.
I guess, how do you get $70 million in incentives? Like, what do you have to do to get $70 million?
Be yourself.
Be yourself.
I don't know.
Like, I don't know. I think you need to win the fucking every single Super Bowl you ever fucking sniff out in your whole goddamn life.
Yeah.
Because that's more than his contract, and I don't even think that's a typo either. That's fucking crazy. That's insane to me. Let me see. 7 years, $60 million deal with. Let's see. Let me make sure the incentives is right. With incentives that could be worth up to $70 million. Yep. Told you.
That's pretty wild.
Next hire that is on here. Oh, actually, I wanted to ask this since we're talking about the Carolina Panthers. Is Cam Newton done with the Panthers?
New coach, new start. Yeah, definitely.
I think Kyle Allen is decent enough to where they don't need Cam and they free up cap space. And you get somebody else to add the whole Christian McCaffrey show. Because as of right now, Christian McCaffrey's just fucking run 30 miles a game.
You don't have to throw it more than a yard to get to that. I mean, he's taking off for 20.
Yeah, he's a fucking animal.
He is. He's an absolute animal beast.
So I don't know. I think Cam Newton could either go to the.
I heard Chargers. I heard Chargers.
The Chargers would pick up Tom Brady before Cam Newton. That's a fact.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see though.
Cam Newton, I heard Bears because Mitch Trubisky sucks ass.
I thought I just saw something that their coach said they don't see him going anywhere next year. But I don't know. I also heard that was Jameis Winston. I'm sorry. That was when the coach said we won with him. What says we can't win with a different quarterback?
Oh yeah, Jameis Winston's for sure out. He's if is his contract up? I think his contract's up. I don't think they're gonna sign him again. I don't know. I don't know about that for sure, but they're definitely fucking not down with him anymore. That was fucking savage for Bruce Arians to say that.
Definitely.
Next thing, we already talked about playoff predictions. Oh, I skipped one. Mike McCarthy to Dallas Cowboys for head coach. Old Aaron Rodgers coach. I saw something today in the interview. He said that he lied about watching every single play of the 2019 season to Jerry Jones and told everybody in a press conference about it, which is kind of savage because he said he just wanted to get the job. And Jerry Jones was sitting right next to him.
Damn.
And you can hear, like, in the audio, there's, like, an awkward laugh, and I think it's Jerry Jones's laugh. It's so funny, and it's weird as shit. I wish I would have linked it, but I didn't.
That's savage.
It is savage, and he was, like, in the middle of a press conference. So savage.
What the fuck?
So fucking savage, but I don't know. He might be able to do to Dak Prescott what he did to Aaron Rodgers. So we'll see. It could be exciting with a new head coach there in Dallas. They got a lot of weapons, so.
Dallas Cowboys.
This is kind of something I kind of wanted to talk about with you for a while. I don't know if you watched this video or not, but.
I didn't get a chance to, unfortunately, but I did see that this was coming up.
XFL is kind of gnarly. They got a bunch of random different rules and stuff that I can't even really remember. But do you think the XFL is a good thing or a bad thing for the NFL having another alternate league in America?
I think it's a good thing.
There's a lot of people in there that you know, like Marquette King from the Raiders, that dude who's like a savage punter in there. I guess there's a couple of quarterbacks that are in there that I recognized. Let me look up notable XFL players right now.
Does Johnny Manziel make a comeback? I think so.
Landry Jones, Trent Richardson, Connor. I don't know any of these guys. Oh, Matt McGloin. I know who Matt McGloin is. He's a fucking backup quarterback as fuck, bro. XFL is fucking bunk, dog. Christine Michael from the fucking Seahawks. One of the old running backs from the Seahawks. Damn, that's crazy, bro. I don't even see a single notable player on here. Andre Williams, nope. Cameron Artis-Payne, I know who that is, from the Panthers. Christine Michael, Matt Jones, no idea. Jay Samaro, I know who that is from the Jets. Yeah, so there's really nobody in there in the XFL. So is it a good thing? Do you think players will go there before the NFL, kind of like an interim between college if they're not good enough?
Yeah, maybe it builds a profile for them, and that they can show. Kind of like big dick in the XFL.
Kind of like the G League for the NBA, like how they have a summer league and shit where all the rookies go and play.
Well, it gives them the option, since there's not really an overseas team. You can go what's up in Canada? What's that called?
The CFL.
CFL. I mean, that's it basically for the most part. You can't go across seas and play and start to build your career profile basically.
They don't. I think they used to have a Europe NFL team. Or Europe NFL League, or Team League? League, I think it was League. I don't remember because I remember Adam Vinatieri came from that league, which is kind of crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
Let's talk about this next, because I think this is pretty fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I guess Logan Paul was talking shit one day about Antonio Brown, and then Antonio Brown says, "Square up," at Logan Paul on Twitter, and Logan Paul said, "I drop you faster than the Patriots did," which is kind of fucking savage.
That is pretty savage. But I saw today that it's gonna be it's a real possibility.
It's a pretty big money grab. I could see why they would do it. They both have pretty big pull, but I don't know. Antonio Brown's just whole fucking like everything is just going in the shitter. This is kind of jumping ahead, but that music video that he dropped is absolutely ass too.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that right now, right? Because it's on the topic. But it's called "Whole Lot of Money," and that shit's fucking. I don't even know what to say. Like it's so bad. I've never heard anything worse than that. Like there's it's bad. And for someone to have that much money and to be able to obtain people that could even write for you and like to have good engineers. I mean, it wasn't that engineered that bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't spectacular. Or it wasn't bad, but it wasn't spectacular. What the fuck did I just say? I said some weird shit.
I don't know. But yeah, like you're just saying it. You had the money to forefront all this. You can expedite and bring all these people in.
Like, how do you drop such a shit song? That's just plain and simple.
They lie to you and they just want that paycheck.
Yeah, it's fucking trash.
Facts.
Moving on. Red Sox stole signs in the 2018 World Series season.
I believe it. It's a problem, dude. Joe Madden, the Angels coach, is saying like they're just making it. They're using them as what's the word? I don't fucking know how to even. They're just the first ones to do it, so they're putting it all on them first. And everyone does it, unfortunately, in different ways and forms. Excuse me, but yeah, it's unfortunate that had to happen during the World Series.
Yeah, it honestly doesn't surprise me. Like, I feel like people like even steal signs during the games just to try to get ahead if you pay attention. But like, I don't know if they were like documenting them or what. No,
they're using their video box or something crazy.
That's a little slimy then.
Yeah, no, they were like using a video footage.
Do they deserve to get their World Series snatched?
I saw memes where they have a little asterisk next to it.
No way.
Yeah, like memes like saying like 2018 and then does a little asterisk.
No way. That's funny.
That's pretty fucking
Are they actually going to do that shit?
I don't know. It's set in stone already, you know? I mean,
you can't really take away a whole ass World Series.
You can fine them and make them like the poster boy of not trying to cheat again, basically. But I don't know, like, what can you do? It's set in stone. It's a whole different team now.
Yeah.
And not to mention, you're already done with the 2019.
Yeah, it's just going to be slimy in their legacy forever.
Yeah. It's going to be like the Barry Bonds thing. It's going to be something some people look down upon, but I mean, they still had to play the games, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what? I don't know. I do get it, but it's a shitty situation.
And we're back. Sorry, this fool had to take a fucking leak, so we took a break.
Yeah, my bad.
But we are going to get straight into music. So, the first topic we have on here is that G Herbo pleads guilty to battery, which is kind of a shitty situation because I heard that, like, he actually was, like, beating on his baby mother, so it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, and, like, dragging her by the hair and shit like that, so not cool for him.
Is he going to get time?
No, he took the guilty plea because he got 12 months probation, like 100 and some, I think like 200 something community service hours, and he has to attend abuse, whatever the class is for abuse, like family abuse. Interesting. Yeah, I think he took it because if he did go to court, I'm pretty sure everything was saying that he was guilty, so I'm sure if he went to court, it would probably wouldn't have been a lot worse.
That's not, I mean, I guess it's good that he didn't get time. So.
And it's a misdemeanor, I think, since he pled guilty.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't, I mean, it's not as bad then.
Yeah, it's not a felony.
But it's still fucked up he did what he did to his baby mom, so don't get that messed up. But it's good he didn't get time. I feel like it's fucked up for all these rappers getting locked up for dumb shit, even though he might have deserved it because he beat her, but...
Yeah.
Next thing, because I was really fucking morbid, and this is also really fucking morbid. And the next topic's also kind of morbid, so this is kind of fucked up. But Ray Shrummer's stepfather was killed in a shooting. Stepbrother is the main suspect. I don't even know how that works. If it's a stepbrother, that means that it's their stepdad's real son, right?
Yeah, so Sway Lee and Slim Jimmy have the same mom but different dads. So I think this stepdad isn't one of theirs, and I think it's the mom's kid. So it's their like stepbrother.
Yeah, but it's actually the dad's kid.
Yeah, and the dad is
crazy.
the one that raised them basically from being young.
Interesting.
But yeah, they put him into a psychiatric at the hospital, like holding cell. Originally, he wasn't a suspect at the time, is what they said, and then the next day they released him and instantly put him into jail. Michael Sullivan's his name. 19 years old. Not really sure what went down, but it's just a shitty situation. That's really, really sucks.
Yeah, that's really fucked up. Prayers out to that family who lost the dad, and hopefully Ray Shrummer can get through and work through that, because that's really fucked up.
Yeah, I hope they bounce back.
The next thing is also really fucked up, but YG gets $400K worth of jewelry stolen from a New Year's Eve party.
For me, this is a weird one because he didn't drop a police report until a week later.
Honestly, it could be some like insurance fraud shit if it really gets into that, but like I don't know if he'd even risk that.
I think on this TMZ post, it just said that his case was feeling a little bit lighter than normally does. And like,
what does that mean? Like he just felt his case and he was just like wondering if...
Yeah, he didn't really think about it too much, I guess. And then maybe later in the week when he actually like looked in there or something, I don't know. But he had people coming in and out. He believes it was between 11 p.m. and 11 a.m. the next morning on New Year's Eve. So obviously it was a party. There's probably something going on, but...
Yeah, that's interesting. That's really interesting.
Yeah, it was at some hotel in
$400K worth of jewelry. I wish I had $400K worth of jewelry just to fucking sell to get the $400K.
Seriously. They have no suspects in this deal, so...
Interesting. Lil Uzi drops Futsal Shuffle video. I fuck with this song heavy. The video is kind of weird. It was just him dancing a whole bunch and like a bunch of anime shit.
Yeah. And the homie that he's been like on Instagram, he like
the dude who does that
him.
weird little walk. The you know what I'm talking about, the curly haired kid.
Yeah.
He does like he has a signature walk. It's like I don't know. It's that weird little dance he does where he like moves his feet and glides kind of.
When he goes like back and forth.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, okay.
It's weird as fuck.
We're not really dancers, as you can tell, but sick visual on his.
As you can tell,
he dropped it in 2020. Dropped the song pre-2020. So
Mac Miller's. Let's just move on to the next one because I really care about this one. This one's kind of gnarly.
This one's cool.
Mac Miller's new album was announced January 17th to be coming out, which is kind of crazy because he was working on a companion album to go with swimming called Circles, which the whole idea was swimming in circles. So like I'm interested to hear what it is. And he dropped his family dropped a single to it today too called
Move On?
No, it's called something else. I just watched it. Excuse us. I literally just watched it before the podcast. So I don't know exactly what it's called. It's like something good, something feel good, something good. Something.
Sorry, I'm looking real quick. I'm trying to pop it up on my Apple. Mac Miller's Circles. It's good news.
Good news. That's
good news.
Yeah, good news. So it was pretty good. The visual for it was like, it seemed like a good send off. Obviously, they can't do a music video, but the visual for it was like a collage of a bunch of pictures of him and like him dancing and made it look like he hit his knee from a video in there. So yeah, I don't know. Cool. It was just cool. It made it feel like he dropped some more music because he still had some stuff that he was working on. I'm excited to hear the rest of it though, for sure.
Yeah, I bought the vinyl for it, so pre-ordered that stuff. And one of our both favorite rappers, so it should should be cool to hear what the finished product of it, what it was. So we're excited to hear it.
I'm very excited. I think that's pretty much all we have. I mean, we can review. You want to go through these songs? We can review them. We can't play them though. You just want to talk about them, or should we save them? We could save them.
We'll save them. We'll save them when we get it dialed in.
Because we could play it with our phone, and it'll be better if we could review it, and we'll just talk about it. We'll dial it in. That's pretty much all we got for today. We got a very special announcement before we go.
Yes.
Next week,
very exciting,
is a crazy fucking podcast. We are going to interview the host of Your Own Backyard, Chris Lambert.
Very excited. I'm super excited to have you on the podcast, man.
If you don't know what Your Own Backyard is, it is the story of a 19-year-old girl, Kristen Smart, who went missing in 95 from Cal Poly in the SLO area that has gotten like national, no, I don't know about national recognition, but it's gotten pretty viral. It's on the top 10.
Viral for our area too.
It's on top 10 true crime podcasts chart at one point for all podcasts on Apple Podcasts. So
this guy's put a lot of work in getting the details right and interviewing the people correctly and building this timeline in a podcast. And he's also composed all the music that's in the podcast originally. So he's just put a lot of overall effort into it, and he's engineered the whole thing with the help of another co-producer that I'm forgetting the name of. So it'll just be a really interesting conversation. And it's going to be exciting for Nate as well, he's a music engineer. So we're going to interview him as a person as well, kind of break the barrier of the norm that he's been doing. But we are super excited to talk about this case and talk to you, Chris. So we're excited, man.
If you have any questions for Chris, we're going to post a post on Instagram for the question of the week. I didn't do it last week because I felt like we were just kind of kicking it off and getting off the ground, so I didn't know what the deal was. But this week we'll definitely do it for people who are interested. We're going to be recording that pretty early in the week next week, so I think I'll drop that question of the week tomorrow when you're watching this, which is technically Monday, so be looking out for that. Follow us on all the fucking social medias. Nate Sunday Sesh on everything. Nate Nasty with 4 Ys. DJ_Rally.
Yep. Snapchat, Twitter.
Thank you so much for fucking watching. If you came back, this has been Nate Nasty Sunday Sesh.
And we'll see you next time.
Peace.